Over a quarter of Americans now have some kind of permanent tattoo. So it's pretty common. If you decide to do it, you can do it, but understand, once you do it, it is permanent. A tattoo is basically a mark on your skin, and you get a tattoo by putting in different pigments, which are primarily metal or oxidized metal pigments in the skin, and the different metals have different colors. That's how you get the different colors in the tattoos. But you're putting small pieces of metal in the skin to give you that pigment. When you're getting a tattoo, the first thing to know is whether it's being done by a professional or an amateur. Professional tattoos are better because they use a machine and they control the depth into the skin that the pigment is placed. It's much more superficial. An amateur tattoo is where somebody puts the ink on your skin and takes a needle and just pops it that way manually. And then the pigment is at so many different levels, you don't get the crispness of a professional tattoo. So I recommend getting a professional tattoo, number one. Number two, make sure the equipment is clean and sterile at a professional tattoo place, because if that needle has been somewhere else, you can transmit all sorts of diseases with it. So you want to make sure you're at a reputable site doing the tattoo to make sure that it's clean and you won't get infected. Immediately after getting a tattoo, you can have some crusting and bleeding from all the little pinpricks that you got from having the tattoo being placed. As long as you take care of that and don't let it get infected, you should be okay with that. If you're having a tattoo and you walk into a professional tattoo shop to have it done, the first thing I would look for is cleanliness. The second thing I would look for and ask for is how do they sterilize their equipment? Because that's the number one problem with tattoos in terms of the needles not being clean. Are they disposable needles? Is it reusable? How is it sterilized? Those are the key questions to ask.